Good evening guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Eastbourne Fisherman with me, Jason. So we come down to Langney Point tonight, which is my local hotspot. It's a winter fishing session. It's absolutely freezing, and we're just going to give it a go. So winter fishing is pretty good fun, actually, to be fair. There's loads of fish to be had. You've got things like whiting, which make absolutely fantastic eating fish. You've got dabs, you've got dogfish, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so what I'm going to fish for tonight then is I'm going to fish one rod on a Trident hangover rig. I'm going to rig it out with some mackerel and fish for dogfish. That'll be the first part of the session. And then on my second rig, I'm going to just use some lugworm, tip with some squid on a 2-hook flapper rig, and I'm going to be fishing for whiting and dabs and things like that with that. So that's the plan. Obviously, if you're fishing in the winter, you want to definitely wrap up warm. I've got quite a few layers of thermals on and a nice big smock on as well. And I've got a flask of tea with me as well. We'll make one up later, and we're going to make up some soup as well on my little camping stove, which I'll show you later. It's an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Right then, so that's enough of me talking. I'll show you the baits that we're going to be using tonight, and the different kind of preparation that we're going to use and the rigs as well, and then we'll get on with the fishing and hopefully catch some fish. Right, and as I said then, so we got some squid, which is here, packet squid, ammo squid. So we're going to be using that. We've got a mackerel that was caught from the summer. It's proper had a bad time in my freezer. And then we've got some worms as well. These worms are just thawing out now. I made a bit of a schoolboy error today. And before the session this morning, I actually put them in the freezer compartment of my fridge instead of the fridge part. So yeah, so that wasn't a very good idea. But they're defrosting now, and hopefully we'll get some use out of them and we'll be able to use them. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to rig them up now, and I'll show you the rig completed once it's all baited up. Right, guys, so my first rig is here, 2-hook flapper. I'm using red breakaway grip leads, or snapback grip leads, I think you call them, these ones. And tonight, and then you just got the 2 baits there. So you've got worm there, tip of squid at the bottom. Like I said, the second rig I'm going to be using is a Trident hangover rig, and what we're going to do is I'm going to bait that up and I'll show you close how we're going to do that. Right, so what I'm going to do on my up and over rig is something a little bit different. So I'm going to, obviously my mackerel is frozen. I'm literally just going to cut a square of mackerel off, just running the blade down just to cut a nice square off, which is there, and I'll probably wrap it with some squid, to be fair. I'll put that into my holder there, clear off the lugworm, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a squid, which is there. I'm just going to cut the mackerel. I'll probably cut it in half like that, actually, just across like that, and I'm going to wrap a squid to that. Using my bait elastic, so just wrapping that nice and lightly on. Obviously the squid, the mackerel is frozen, so it's a bit difficult to do. Ideally I would have wanted it a little bit softer so I could fold it a little bit better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook, which is here, so I'm using a 4.0 mustard hook, I believe this is. Going to pierce that through the fish like that, and then I'm just going to wrap the hook on. So there's absolutely loads of ways of baiting up. You can use loads of combinations of different baits, but this is the one I'm going to use tonight. Squid and mackerel. Hook's nice and in a nice position where I want it to be, nice and proud. It's not being masked by anything. I'm just going to tie that bait elastic off, pull that nice and tight and snap that off, and that is our mackerel and squid bait, which looks absolutely awesome. So the best parts of the mackerel that we're going to use, and we're going to use these side parts. We're going to cut the head off, which is there. That'll make a good bait, and we can refreeze that and use that throughout the year. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut parts of this off to use for tipping and cut the tail off. We don't really need the tail. We use that bit as a fillet, and then the rest of it we'll probably cut up into small squares, and we'll probably use it for, like I said, tipping. We might even get another fillet off that side as well. Right, so I filleted and cut up my my mackerel. I've got another bit there, another fillet there, small fillet, and then these bits here, obviously the backbone is there, we don't really want that, but these bits here will make nice little tipping baits. I'll just cut them into small little baits that I can use to tip off my worm or something like that. I'll just use them through the evening. Might keep that one as a bigger one. So yeah, so you actually get quite a lot from a mackerel. I mean, you get the head there, which is a great bait for conger and things like that. You get some fillets as well, which I haven't obviously filleted very well because the fish is frozen. It's rock hard. And then we've got some nice tipping off baits there as well to use. Right, so for those that are new and wanting to learn, the 2-hook flapper is a rig that fishes one bait there at the top of the rig, and then under the lead I usually fish the second bait, which is there. On my second rod, Trident hangover system, which is there, comprises of the Trident hangover clip running down the line into our big squid and mackerel wrap, clipped in using a Trident tackle roto there. Right guys, so first cast, literally as soon as the bait touched the water, there we go, 2 whiting, or as I like to call them, winter mackerel. Winter mackerel. This one's not a bad size. I mean, this one's quite big. That's going to go back. This one's not a bad size. Might go in the bucket for later. But yeah, 2 winter mackerel. Or as every match angler says, pain in the butt. But hey, you know, it's a fish. It's a fish. The big ones make absolutely really nice fish cakes, if you can get big ones. So yeah, let's carry on the fishing and hopefully see what else is out there. Right guys, so my big bait rod, I've just reeled into this guy, dogfish. It's a target, so I'm pretty happy with that. On the mackerel and squid bait, it's quite a nice size actually. We get a measurement of him. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Let's get a measurement of him and then we'll see how big he is. Right guys, so I'm just going to measure the dogfish. So put him on the measure him out. Quite, it's a nice one. Ooh. Just try and get a measurement of him. It's going to be coming home for teat, this one. So 62 centimetres, absolutely awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. 62 centimetre dogfish, lovely. Right guys, we're banging into 2 other fish. And they're quite big ones, these ones. There's quite a big white in there. And an absolute monster pout. Look at the size of that. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get a measurement of that pout. I think that pout is definitely fish cake worthy. And there's a nice big white in there as well. Let's get some measurements and we'll see what we got. Look at the size of that pout. Absolutely massive. 34 centimetres. No, 33 centimetres. No. I reckon he's 34. I reckon he's 34 centimetres all day long. And last but not least, the whiting, touch in, 36 centimetres. What a cracking evening this has turned out to be. I know it's only whiting, dogfish and pout, but hey man, they're nice fish. Right guys, got another 2 whitings to add to the collection. Nothing of absolutely tremendous size, but we're fishing and we're catching fish, which is great. Absolutely awesome. Right guys, another 2 winter mackerel. Let's get them back in and carry on the fishing, man. Right guys, just want to show you this little bit of kit that I've recently purchased. It's absolutely fantastic. In no means I'm like trying to promote the product or anything like that, but I just think it's absolutely fantastic for sea fishing and for people that are on the beach and that just want to have a quick meal. So this is a Fire Dragon cooking station, and what you do is you just fold up the tabs like that, place in your windshield there, and then just close them back down like that. And you get these fuel I don't know what they are really, fuel blocks really, and all you do is peel the tab off like that, and they're like a liquidy, like a liquid gel, but they're like a solid liquid gel. And then what you do is you light that, and then it disperses and gives you you know, a nice strong flame. And then all you do is put your pot on the top and you cook whatever you want. It's an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. It's called a Fire Dragon. I got it from Amazon. I think they're about $9.99, so you know, if you're looking for something that's really quick and easy to cook your meal on the beach, a nice tin of soup or something like that, like I've been doing recently, It's an absolutely great bit of kit, and then that just rests on top of there like that, and then away you go. I'm going to show you how we do it now. I'm going to have some soup and a cup of tea. Right, so all we need to do then is you start off just by lighting the block, which I've just done now, which is there. That's going, that's nice and good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour my soup into my saucepan. Today we've got carrot and coriander. Then what I'm going to do is put the soup onto the cooker there, and then that will cook the whole of my soup. And then after we're going to have a cup of tea as well. Absolutely awesome. Let's get cooking. Right then guys, I can safely say that is actually quite nice. Oh, absolutely awesome. Can't beat it on a winter's night when you're fishing. You cannot beat a nice hot meal. Just to take the edge off the cold. Look at that steam. Absolutely fantastic. Right guys, so that must mean my tea is ready. Look at that fire still going. Absolutely great. So the same block. Got myself a nice black tea. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely awesome. I do like a black tea. Not a lot of people do like black tea, but it's one of my favourites. Absolutely great. It's been a good night's fishing session, to be fair. We've had whiting, dogfish, pout and dogfish and whiting, all to decent sizes tonight. So yeah, it's been a good one. And another one bites the dust. Man, these things are absolutely everywhere. It's definitely the winter. Definitely the winter. Right guys, we've got another pout in there. Not as big as the other one, but it's still definitely sizable, and a white in there as well. So I mean, there's definitely tons of fish out at the moment. Definitely tons of fish, especially on Langley Point at the moment. So if you want to catch some whiting or some pouting, and you like a good old fish cake, definitely get down there and give it a go. Right guys, so back into another 2 whiting. This one's 32, I just measured it. There's some decent sized whiting coming out tonight, man. Decent sized whiting. Whoa. Yeah, another 2 there. These 2 will be going back, or this one, I might keep this one at 32. This one will definitely be going back. Have some fish cakes up in the week. But yeah, fishing's been not too bad tonight. It's not too bad. I'm going to have one more cast and then we'll call it a night. Right guys, thank you very much for watching another episode of the Eastbourne Fisherman. That is the end of the session. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I've enjoyed coming out and fishing it. It's been pretty good fun, to be fair. Yep, so the winter is upon us. It is now getting cold. Make sure you wrap up warm. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.